Let's go.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here, and it's time once again for another exciting review of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 6, Episode 21. Every little thing she does, or she did, or every little thing she do, or every little thing she does, or she do, it's gonna be me, pretty much. And I was just trying to make a really weird reference on there. But regardless, though, now I definitely okay, so I'm just gonna put a mind control. So I command you guys to watch my review starting right now of MLP Season 6, Episode 21. So let's get to it right now. So anyways, now since you're pretty much listening to me and my voice and my command, let's just actually move on to this review. So basically, this episode, now I gotta say, for a Starlight Glimmer episode, this was actually very, wow. Again, man, the writers are finally taking more steps forward when it comes to Starlight's character. I think Starlight's character has definitely developed in between time. Unlike the premiere, though, where I felt like they could have flushed it out like a bit more. Not in a premiere, but more like in a regular episode. I will say, though, when it comes to Starlight, after No Second Prances, she became a much better character when it came to after the premiere, where I think she actually developed more, and I really did like her in A Heartwarming Tale. She was very well done in that episode, and now we get this episode with every little thing she does, and definitely when it comes to Starlight as a character, they fucking nailed it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times this season. And I gotta say, the more Starlight love, the better, especially because what we're gonna get down the line during the finale, which I think is gonna be pretty damn fantastic. So I can clearly say now that I actually really love Starlight Glimmer, and really hoping that she does somewhat become the 7th member. Well, officially sort of become the 7th member. Hopefully, which I'm hopefully, besides the pupil, she does have her own element as well to fit in with the group, which I think will be really cool. So, regardless though, yeah, so anyways, let's get started with the review. Basically, the plot to the episode is that Starlight has been sort of behind on the friendship lessons, but before I get to that, the beginning of this episode was freaking awesome. I loved the little magic competition that they were having between Twilight and Starlight, where basically, they were just testing out their abilities to the finest, like they were teleporting to different east locations of Equestria, and I do like the whole callback to Season 4's finale, how it looked like it was that same location where she was hiding from Tyrek, Twilight, or Princess Twilight! Do you have something for me? I'm like, oh, the fucking title of MLP, oh shit. So that was actually a pretty cool callback. So that was actually pretty cool. And I really did like the whole magic shield things. I really did like... No. The second test was basically them turning objects into living things, which I thought was actually pretty fascinating. Like how, back in Season 3, with one of the best episodes of freaking Season 3 out there, which is the Magic Duel episode. I really did like how, Twilight turned that one frog into, a talking orange frog, kind of. And then we had the, Trixie turning, I don't know what the fuck it was, I forget, into a chick, baby chicks with a nest. However, though, what I really liked too was that, by the way, I know this, before also I get forward, by the way, guys, I know this review is actually very late. I had a crazy schedule weekend at work, so I do apologize for that, but I was able to watch everything, so all the reviews will definitely be out by Monday and of course Tuesday, so those 2 days you'll see all the reviews of everything throughout the weekend, so I do apologize if it's late, but regardless though, better late than ever, so just to get that out of the way. So anyways, moving on, so what happens next is the final test, which is magic shields, and I did like how Starlight actually has a diamond shield thing to actually as a shield thing. That's actually really cool. And I'm like, dude, I really did like that one spell thing that fucking Starlight did. It was yo, and I like that little magic thing that fucking Starlight did. That shit was dope, man. That shit almost took out the fucking house, dude. I mean the castle. Yo, that was insane. Oh my god, man. 2 OP fucking unicorns training in battle, man. Yo, this is some dragon. Yo, man, this is not the hyperbolic time chamber, man. You guys can't basically, you know, be wrecking the entire castle. Like, it's not the hyperbolic time chamber, man. Like, shit. So anyways, moving on from that, though. So when it comes to the whole friendship list and things, Starlight has been neglecting them and learning more of her magic more and actually getting a lot more better at it. But she was afraid that bonding with all her friends is pretty much gonna, you know, like, everything she's gonna do, she's gonna fail at it regardless. So Starlight pretty much tries to take the shortcut out of it and basically just use a mind control spell, which I thought was actually very impressive. But of course, just like anything, it backfired. And what happened is that the spell backfired and everyone was acting like completely mindless controlled robots. It was actually really funny how like Pinkie Pie like mashed amazingly fast, making every single, literally every single cake or whatever desserts in the actual book. She's like, okay, so just keep making, you know, all that. So keep making cakes, or just you know, keep going with the cake. So she literally read the entire book and actually made all those things. That's pretty bonkers. And then, you know, we also have Rarity, which for some reason she made the dress that was the same one on the book, except she drew it instead of just sewing it, which was kind of odd. And then we had Applejack, which was actually, she was not only telling her usual Apple family stories, which, by the way, man, episode 23, yo, please, I hope it's the episode that I'm thinking of what we're going to see, because that shit's going to be dope. So basically, before I get a little bit too hyped, because, oh my god. Alright, moving on. Fuck, I can't get too hyped, man. Let me get this review out of the way. So, basically while she's doing that, she's also quoting like from all these old books and some certain movie quotes. Especially with great power comes great responsibility. I'm like, oh my god, like, yo, that shit had me cracking up. Like, she's using the fucking Spider-Man quote from like the 2002 Spider-Man movie, which I thought was actually pretty funny. And, you know, she was saying all these old, like, books and stuff like that. Like, all these quotes from, like, Shakespeare and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is definitely not Applejack material. But it was just funny as hell. It was out of character. It was out of what she says. But that's what made it so goddamn funny. Then Fluttershy, of course, she didn't summon the animals unless she commanded it to. Then she finally got it. And then, when it came to, who else we had? And that was it, yeah. Oh, no, Rainbow Dash. Where she pretty much wanted to actually chillax, and of course when it comes to chillaxing, she chose like the worst spot ever. And basically when she summoned literally every single creature known to mankind, including the ugly ones, which are like these like weird fucking bugs and shit, I'm like, ugh. Just seeing Fluttershy all covered in bugs just kind of creeped me out a bit. But in a way, it was still actually pretty, you know, funny regardless. So actually when it comes to the comedy factor, it was actually really funny with that. So, yeah, basically, when it came to that, Twilight pretty much freaked out, pretty much scolded Starlight at the end, saying that the lessons are pretty much like you bonding with them for something that they love. Not basically like learning how to dress, learning how to sew, learning how to bake, learning all the elements that they do. That's not how it works. All you have to do is just pretty much bond with them for the stuff they love and just, you know, get accustomed to it. That's all it really was. And Starlight pretty much missed the big picture. That's why she was nervous. So she had to do her best to apologize, to make it up as best as she can. So at the end of the episode, it was kind of funny. We see like the main six have like the equivalent of a hangover, which I thought was actually pretty damn funny. So it's like, damn. So this is what happens when ponies actually go out drinking too much cider. Sorry, I just had to make that joke there. So anyways, what happens next after that? And I thought like Rainbow Dash was more of the party animal, but goddamn, she was just like just as pissed and tired as anybody else without that energy. And basically when it comes to Starlight, she basically apologizes, and not only that, gets the other ponies help, like, in a way, from doing it the old-fashioned way without using, like, spells, which was actually really nice. So when it comes to that particular part of the lesson, to actually, you know, make sure you're doing the stuff that they love, and even if things don't go their way, at least you can make it up to them by basically helping out whatever they can, whatever, you know, they're part of what they love doing and stuff. So that was actually pretty well done. So when it comes to the episode, the comedy was on point. It was actually pretty funny. Twilight's usual freak out. The beginning when it comes to their, you know, their actual pupil and master when it comes to their magic skills was very top notch. Really loved the intro there. The comedy was actually really damn funny. The comedy was just hilarious in this episode. And, you know, especially Applejack. It definitely goes to Applejack for that one, especially from all the quotes. That shit was just too freaking funny. Oh my god. And then, of course, you know, the lesson at the end was actually really strong as well. And Starlight as a character is starting to slowly, finally getting her way, you know, finally getting things done without taking too many shortcuts. So that's pretty much also a very big important lesson. You can't always take shortcuts to actually achieve something in your life. You gotta do it by, you know, you gotta do it by basically going through, you know, trying to, yeah, that's pretty much, well, here's the thing, that's pretty much the whole, cutback from Starlight. She pretty much always tries to do the shortcut. She always tries to get the easiest way out, sort of like she did back where she was trying to make some friends, or like a brand new friend she was trying to make, and you know, in those circumstances, yeah. So basically, you know, she is starting to finally slowly learn that, you know, you can't always take shortcuts in life in order to actually achieve, you know, greatness. You know, you gotta do it, you know, the old-fashioned way. You know, it takes hard work, determination. It takes time for that. You can't, you know, that's the team patience. It takes patience, it takes time. You can't always rush things with shortcuts. So that was actually a really strong lesson as well. So when it comes to this episode, especially when it comes to Starlight, and, you know, as a character as a whole, learning step by step and how things are really done, it's a very nice touch. So I'm definitely giving this episode a solid, clean 5 out of 5 rating. This was definitely a very well done episode. It was really fun, very entertaining, really funny, and it was really cool at the same time just to see how powerful and more ridiculously OP of how freaking Starlight Glimmer has become. By the way, Diamond is unbreakable, but Pony's confirmed because the Diamond Shield, man. Definitely going with that Diamond is unbreakable, if you know what I'm saying, for you JoJo fans. Anyways, 5 out of 5 rating. Oh yeah, so she went from Dio to fucking Josuke, which is like weird. Anyways, I'm done. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, with every little thing she does. Let me know what you think, if you really love this episode, or if you're just tired of Starlight Glimmer in general and you just want to see what the finale is going to play out. So basically, yeah, I will see you guys next week for episode 22. Get hyped, my dudes and my girls, because we're finally almost there. We're just at that breaking point where we're finally about to be on getting closer to the end of the season. Next month, guys, starting next Saturday, October 1st, will be the final month of MLP with this season. So get hyped, because we are finally, you know, home stretch when it comes to that, because we're already on episode 22. And then we got, so basically we got like 3 more regular episodes, and then the 2 episode 25 and 26 for the finale. So it's going to be one hell of a ride. Definitely cannot wait. Even though some people may not agree, it will not hold the candle to season 5. Even though, yes, and I somewhat are starting to agree that it's not going to hold the candle to season 5, but it was still definitely really good. So far, a pretty damn good season, you know, regardless. So let me know your thoughts about that as well. Until then, I'll see you guys next week. This is Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. And my manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And bronies, bro who, burning on. By the way, I'm sorry to do this, but one more thing really quick. I know The Legend of Everfree was somewhat leaked 1 week early compared to next week when we're already going to get it October 1st. I will say this right now. I was able to actually catch somewhat of the leakage of the videos, because here's what happened. Apparently in Brazil and other European and Spanish countries, they already have the movie out, and you can choose between either having your own language, which is of course is Espanol, or you can basically have, you know, English, because not everybody, you know, speaks a lot of fluent Spanish. Some people mainly talk, you know, some English also, and you know, especially for people who are, you know, visiting over, you know, from the, you know, from America and stuff. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. So it's actually pretty cool how, you know, you got that own language plus America. So because of that, they also had the English version premiered as well as their own version and their own dub as well. So because of that, I was able to see it, despite some technical difficulties aside from their version, where they had like 20 seconds of the movie that was like kind of cut, and then there was a little bit of audio issues at the end of the movie with some of the songs. But regardless, I am not going to spoil anything, but I will get to that when the movie officially comes out for you guys. I mean, I could review it, but I think I'm just going to save it until... Well, you know what? Maybe I will review it tomorrow. Maybe I will. Maybe it's a possibility. I'll try to review it sometime this week. Even though I probably do want to wait to see what it kind of was that sort of got jumped around a bit. And then the audio issues a bit at the end. But other than that, though, I mean, I was still able to watch it regardless. But don't worry, I will support the official release. I will buy the Blu-ray once it does come out. And believe me, I'm not going to pull Donald Trump, but, you know, believe me. You know, I'm going to buy the Blu-ray. Believe me. Believe me. Oh, please, don't remind me. We have like 1 more month of that shit already. But, yeah, I can't wait for that to end. I'm just saying. Okay, so off topic. That's it for real. I am signing out for real this time. Whew, okay, too much there. So moving on, I'm done. For reals. Peace out. Bye.